Hi, and welcome to the B Plus Players Average Wrestling Show. My name's Adrian.
My name's Coleman.
You haven't seen him before. This is the second episode of this program on your YouTube screen. This is Coleman. He's the bass player. I'm the drummer, and I sing and write songs sometimes too.
I sing and play bass a lot. Except I don't sing as much as I play bass, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, last time we reviewed NXT TakeOver. This time we're just going to have a little chat about the Superstar Shakeup, the hashtag Superstar Shakeup.
That's right. Some big moves made this week in the WWE, if you can call them that. You can call them the WWE.
You can't call them the WWF. You can, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So when Raw happened on Monday.
That's right, as usual.
And my biggest takeaway from this whole thing was that throughout Raw, everything seemed huge. Like, every acquisition, like, it left me with a feeling of, like, what about SmackDown?
That's right.
But then when I look at the list that we have right here in front of us, it wasn't that crazy.
Didn't get a whole lot here as far as major acquisitions are concerned. And, like, I think everything felt major because I think a lot of people are still riding that post-WrestleMania high.
Yes.
Where we had the big debuts the night after WrestleMania, and then they immediately shift into that Superstar Shakeup. What time is it?
That's never happened before. It's midnight.
It's bedtime.
It's bedtime.
Yeah, we didn't have like the we're still riding that WrestleMania high, and I don't know why they put the shakeup. Just to start off, like, I don't know why they put the shakeup so soon after WrestleMania. And, like, started to do the draft thing like a week after everybody knows that people are going to start getting called up from NXT, and you're gonna get these big surprises. And we got Angle, and we got Finn Balor back, and we got Emma back on Raw, and then we got the Nakamura getting called up, and Ty Dillinger getting called up on SmackDown, and then to push this so quickly after the post WrestleMania show, I thought was a bit much, but.
It was, but it made for 2 weeks of pretty freaking exciting TV.
Sure.
3 weeks.
That's true.
Like, last Raw before WrestleMania.
Yep.
Post, and then this.
Yeah.
And then next week, when you start new storylines or whatever.
That's right.
In theory.
It's
making it kind of must-see TV, as The Miz would put it.
It is, yes. The Miz, who, as we discussed last night, should be a commentator, but that's... Anyway, I have different opinions maybe than Joel and Adrian about a lot of this stuff. But, I mean, like, we can go through the shakeup as it happened on Raw here and kind of break down each one if you want to go that route.
Real quick, like, so we start the show with John Cena's music.
Mm-hmm.
We got Miz and Maurice coming out.
That's right.
Immediately after, we got Dean Ambrose coming out, and you're like, holy shit!
Yep, here comes Dino.
Shake it up! We haven't even talked about women yet, and, like, what else can happen tonight?
We've got an Intercontinental Champion. We have a belt switching.
Yes. So
switching sides here.
The biggest down, in my opinion, it's just like, oh, Kevin Owens going over there.
Yeah,
it was just like boom.
Yeah,
it's just like excitement has already like decreased a little bit because you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing about these things. Like when they make a predictable booking, it's like, what's the point? But it's fine. Like, I do like the idea of Ambrose being over on that side, and maybe, I want to see him wrestle. I want to see him wrestle Finn for sure. Like, you know what I mean?
As far as Dean goes, like, he's the guy who was least helped by SmackDown.
Correct. Yeah.
And like,
he was great at first when he had the program with Styles last year.
Yeah.
When they first split the brands, but he's been kind of stagnant. I know they got the Intercontinental belt on him and stuff like that, but what the fuck does that belt mean?
But when you take a world title...
Can we curse on this podcast?
We fucking can.
All right, sweet.
We make the rules!
That's right. Hashtag fuck.
Trending worldwide right now. And this pre-taped podcast.
That's right.
Whatever it is. So, so Dean Ambrose, Miz right away.
Yeah.
I don't know who came out next, but our list implies it was Bray Wyatt.
That's right. Bray Wyatt coming over. I'm assuming they're going to finish the angle with Orton on SmackDown first. I don't know if they're going
to payback.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
That's right. I don't know if they're going to cross the brands. Like, I don't know if Orton's going to show up on Raw or Wyatt's going to like hang out on SmackDown.
I think
he didn't last
Wyatt,
night, but
Wyatt was on the Titans run on Raw, so he hasn't been at Raw.
Oh, okay. So he hasn't arrived at Raw.
Correct. Arrival.
He's got a plane to catch yet. Although maybe he travels in smoke or something.
Teleports,
like that.
Teleports, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I was really excited about the Wyatt versus Finn Balor perspective that might happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Wyatt has done a great deal of. He's so good. I don't think, like, even though they put the belt on him this year, I don't believe he's gotten the push that he deserves just yet.
Absolutely
I think
not.
he can have some great matches, and
I still wish he was on SmackDown.
I wish he was still on SmackDown too, but.
We digress.
There's still all kinds of stuff. Maybe he'll be the one responsible for breaking Matt Hardy again.
Ooh, that'd be fantastic.
I think that'd be great.
As far as women go, we got Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Alexa Bliss, underrated competitor. I know a lot of people were not very happy when she took the belt off of... I can't remember. I think she took it off of Naomi this time, but but everyone thinks that Becky Lynch should be the flag bearer over there. On
she
SmackDown.
is the top.
As far as in-ring ability is concerned, I think she's the best.
Yeah, personality, everything. She as far as the SmackDown brand goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
She's got that straight fire.
Straight fire.
But yeah, Alexa will, when she mixes up with Sasha or Bailey on this.
Well, the fact of the matter is the reason this hashtag Superstar Shakeup is so fantastic is you get to put people over for past accomplishments.
That's right.
No matter how justified they were.
That's right.
Which is why I'm a little upset Ziggler didn't make the transition.
That's right.
Because he's not doing much over down on SmackDown.
Fucking Ziggler should have got drafted by NXT. Really, at this point, he should have been drafted to go down. And that's another thing too. And I'm not going to digress too much on that. But why don't they take guys like Ziggler?
They have in the past.
Or
they put Titus down there for a minute.
Yeah, they put him down there for a minute. Yes, but I mean, like Ziggler, a guy who's constantly floundering, basically the biggest geek on the entire roster. Sorry, Jinder Mahal. But a guy that they constantly try to put over, and then bury.
Yeah.
And how do you expect the fans to care? And I think he would be down there. Can you imagine Ziggler and Chris Hero? Ziggler and Bobby Roode? I think those would be good matches.
It'd be glorious.
Mickie James, of course, a veteran presence on.
Yeah, I still don't see her as a title contender.
I don't see her as a title contender either, but I see her working with girls like Alexa.
Yeah,
and
it's a good match no matter what.
Who's left over there? Yeah,
on Raw.
Yeah, Mickie James and Sasha would be a good match.
Yeah.
Mickie James and Bailey would be decent. Mickie James and Nia.
Dana, give it to her.
Yeah, Dana too. Dana's okay. Dana's got some work to do. She's all right though.
And then the rest of the undercard that they just flopped over with announcements, not even appearances.
That's right.
Apollo Crews, Kalisto, Cruiserweight division. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Slater and Rhino and Kurt Hawkins, who did make an appearance, got beat by someone.
Ty, didn't he? No, not
No,
Ty.
Raw.
Raw, that's right.
Was it Finn? No.
No, it wasn't Finn.
Who cares? Who cares?
Was it Sammy? No, Sammy.
Big Show.
It was Big Show. Yeah.
It was Big Show. And that's what happened on Raw. So yeah, the acquisitions they got were Dean Ambrose, The Miz, and Bray Wyatt as far as men are concerned. Mm-hmm. And Alexa Bliss. I'm not going to include Mickie James. Alexa Bliss is former SmackDown champion, SmackDown Women's champion.
Mickie James is a former Women's and Divas champion.
Former, of times past.
In a past life, yes.
But she's, in my opinion, more undercard than Alexa at this moment.
Yeah. Kalisto, I hope they move him into the 205 Live.
Which would make perfect sense.
Heath Slater and Rhino, they're going to be a geek tag team to
Good
get
job.
Revival over.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Hawkins will be hopefully the Jinder Mahal when they fire him for goddamn nearly killing Finn Balor. SmackDown.
Hey, so that's Raw. We got SmackDown. So SmackDown definitely felt a lot less special.
Yeah.
Because the majority of the things were very predictable.
Yeah, you could see the United States Championship moving over,
Absolutely.
obviously.
And they got it out of the way immediately.
I was a big fan of Kevin Owens showing up with a freshly, probably not
Sort of.
shaven face, but like at least he buzzed
2
his
days
beard.
ago.
Yeah. In the suit, saying it was the new Kevin Owens show. I'm looking forward to any program on that brand with Kevin Owens. They did bring Sami Zayn over as well, so I can see them
Fighting forever?
fighting forever. But
I
as
wish-
long as it's not 4-minute squash matches where Owens goes over definitively and Zayn gets a bit of hope, like they did last night in the 3-way.
Yeah.
They're, it'll be okay as long as they don't continue to fuck over Sami Zayn.
Well, I can't imagine they will. That's why he is one of the biggest acquisitions in my mind, because they can actually do something with him. He has yet to win a singles championship after being called up. A
Correct.
championship.
Yeah,
He won the NXT title.
That's correct.
Briefly.
Yep, he was there for a while. Who did he win that from? Neville.
Neville,
yeah, and then he lost it to Owens.
Yeah. So like he has not been given a push really.
No, not at all.
So putting him on SmackDown is the best case scenario. It's like we can see him getting like rising up the ranks like the Miz did.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And Bray Wyatt.
And Bray Wyatt. That's right. Charlotte is going to replace both Alexa and Mickey on that side.
Yeah.
Instantly, you can go with Charlotte and Becky.
But what they're setting up is Charlotte versus Tamina.
Really?
I'd say.
Okay. The disclaimer here is that I don't actually watch these programs. I'm a big New Japan Pro Wrestling fan. I also recently got the WWE Network. I follow along with the Lapsed Fan Wrestling podcast, and have been watching a lot of Starrcade from 1985. And then there.
The way they introduced Tamina, essentially, was the exact same way that they introduced The Miz when he came back
I didn't even realize Tamina was back. I knew she was on the injured list for a while, and then obviously, she's on the bottom of the list.
So when The Miz came back, I don't even know how long it was, let's say 2 years ago, they advertised a multimedia star former world champion.
Right.
And everybody's like, Jericho,
Yeah.
Jericho. And The Miz fucking comes out.
I
and
remember that, yeah.
claims all the fucking heel heat.
Yeah.
And then Jericho comes out later in the show.
Right. I remember that now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
They do the exact same thing at this show where it says second generation superstar, whatever else they said about her. And and the whole crowd's chanting, Charlotte, Charlotte, or woo, or whatever they were chanting. And then Tamina
I love
comes
those
out.
teases. I like the Raw after WrestleMania when Vince was in the ring and he was like, we need a new general manager because Stephanie got put through a table. So this guy's a recent Hall of Famer. And Teddy
Yes.
Long comes out. Dances out. He's like,
And
no,
it was
Teddy,
the best.
it's not you. And he's like, oop, my bad. Dances in the back. And then it's, of course, Kurt Angle. And it's what everybody wants.
That's different, though, because Tamina's an active member of the roster now.
That's true.
Who should be exciting.
That's right.
And she will once she has a feud with Charlotte.
That's right.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. That's
I
an
hope so.
assumption. I hope. So we got Kevin Owens. We got Sami Zayn. We got the third member of this trifecta, Rusev.
That's right. Rusev Machka.
So my biggest thing is you got Bray Wyatt, Miz, and Dean Ambrose. All former world champions.
Right.
We got Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
One of those was sort of a champion at one point.
Yeah.
Like,
Kevin Owens is the longest reigning
I
Universal
know,
Champion of
but-
all time.
he was a shit heel. That wasn't a great title run, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, it had its moments.
It has moments, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like he was an emergency champion after Finn got hurt.
Exactly. That's what I'm
So-
saying. Is like you give SmackDown these three guys, Rusev, Sammy, and Owens, who Owens has claimed his own, but Rusev and Sammy still need something.
Right.
They still need a world title.
That's right.
That's what they need.
Yeah, because Rusev's only been the
U.S.
Yeah,
And Sammy's got nothing so far.
but he's challenged a bunch. I think
yeah.
maybe.
what I'm saying is when you just switch those three, it's just like, oh, we got the shit end of the deal.
Yeah,
at the same time,
you're looking
elevate
at
those guys.
You're looking at a chance to elevate these guys because you're looking at better workers. Because Rusev is an underrated, like actual in-ring technician.
Perfect.
Sami Zayn is quite possibly the most underrated in-ring technician in the company right now. And Owens is a name, and Owens can go. Owens can go for days. He's great. Rusev brings Lana, but from what I understand, I didn't watch the program, but they kind of introduced them separately, correct?
They were not on the program.
They were not on the program.
Social media wise or whatever.
Yeah.
They were introduced separately, yes.
Okay.
When you have 9 superstars on each side,
yeah,
Lana is by herself, whereas Miz and Maurice are
like a
couple.
A thing, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what they'll do there, Rusev and Lana.
Lana's been training, I know that much. Like,
yeah, but no.
Hey, whatever. If she's a jobber, that's fine, I guess. The women's side needs fucking jobbers.
Yeah, but she doesn't. No, she doesn't. No, she's over with Rusev.
Yes, absolutely.
If they get her in like 30-second squash matches with Charlotte, and
if he's a champion and she's losing squash matches, that's a shit.
Yeah, then that's.
But they'll figure it out. Don't worry about it, buddy.
And also, everybody in the world knows that that they're actually married in real life, and they come across so endearing. If you've listened to Jericho's podcast with them, or if you've watched Total Divas, is it Total Divas? Are they married on, or Total Bellas?
They're on Divas.
Is Total Bellas just about the Bellas?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never.
And Daniel Bryan and John Cena and John Laurinaitis.
Is John Laurinaitis on there?
Is
he like a main character?
Father-in-law. I've never watched it, but he's a father-in-law or father or something. Getting back to our list here, let's just get the bullshit out of the way. You got Sin Cara, Jinder Mahal.
Immediately drafted after nearly murdering Finn Balor in the ring.
That's just upsetting.
Also, they took Charlotte away from Nia. I just realized too.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Raw. Like, the send-offs were fantastic, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were okay.
Like, Owens lost, Charlotte lost, whoever else lost.
Well, the old days and the territories, if you're going to leave us it, you do the honors.
But SmackDown didn't have that benefit.
That's right.
Which was, I don't know. So Raw did it right and made their people look strong. And then when they moved back to SmackDown, it's just like, who fucking cares that Nia beat Charlotte? She's a fucking great acquisition.
They kind of did the honors because Bray Wyatt lost to Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Miz and Maurice lost at WrestleMania.
I know, but that's a different story.
Dean beat Baron.
It's a different book.
Yeah. Oops. Alexa lost. Mickey James lost.
Whatever, buddy. Apollo Crews just loses.
Whatever.
So the tag team division.
Right.
We got the New Day coming to SmackDown.
That's right. New Day rocks.
That's true.
They've got all kinds of new opponents.
True.
Such as the American Alpha. The Usos, I guess, are still over there. I think they feuded with the Usos.
They're the champions.
That's right. The Usos are... Oh, yeah. The Usos are the champions.
But that's it. That's the biggest issue. There's two... It's a 2-team roster.
Right.
Because you got Breezango, who are fantastic. Yeah. Love you guys.
Yes.
Vaudevillains are dissolved. Ascension are whatever.
Simon Gotch left the company. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The Ascension are fucking persona non grata.
I'm happy the villains have been dissolved at this point.
Yeah, me too.
Just because they were at least they gave Ascension a tiny little push.
Yeah. I didn't see Aiden English's thing on SmackDown.
It was what he did on NXT, which is weird for somebody who didn't see that.
Right. No, I remember seeing it on NXT. Yeah.
And it was annoying. And then who comes out and stops him?
Well, he called for the spotlight and then he got his ass kicked or something, right?
Yeah. But it was Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
Which is fine booking.
Right.
That's the correct move.
Sure.
And yeah, Aiden English is now just a singles jobber and they need that and that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
He's the drifter.
He's the Kurt Hawkins.
Hey.
Speaking of the drifter,
he may be on Raw.
That's right.
Maybe. We'll see.
Or as you spelled it here, Dry-fter.
Yes, DRY, DRI. So we got New Day and the Shining Stars.
And Sin Cara.
Yeah, but the Shining Stars actually came out looking... You didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it.
But the Shining Stars came out looking like the Usos came out.
Really?
Like when the Usos turned from face to heel.
Are they still selling timeshares?
No, well,
No?
as far as them going to SmackDown comes out, it was just two Puerto Rican guys without shirts on coming out and beating the crap out of whoever they beat the crap out of.
They must have got that gimmick over.
No, it's probably over.
Yeah, it's probably over is right.
But it's just like...
It's not over by wrestling terms, but I hope it's over.
It was a decent introduction if they're going to change the gimmick and try to make it a bit better.
Yeah.
Like, because, sure, they could be intimidating guys if they're not selling timeshares.
Yeah.
But they're still going to be jobbers to the Stars.
It's funny how it's still alive in wrestling, right? Two Puerto Rican guys selling timeshares in Puerto Rico. Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing, guys?
Goddamn amazing. Sin Cara inexplicably moves to SmackDown away from the 205 Live brand.
Was he 205?
I don't think he was.
I don't think
it
it was
doesn't make
either.
sense why he wasn't in the first place.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, if the Raw guys if the Raw guys, if the 205 Live guys are going to wrestle on Raw and still tape their 205 Live show after SmackDown, then I guess that, I don't know.
The video package that they gave Sin Cara was actually like...
Was it full of botches?
No! The best part about this Superstar Shakeup is because you can brand them however the fuck you want. In Sin Cara's career as a whole, as the fact that there's been two people...
That's right.
Like, it's impressive if you boil it down to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's great. Same with Ziggler.
Over 6 years, yeah. Over 10 years for Ziggler.
But you can make anybody look good in 30 seconds.
That's right.
It doesn't matter how over they were in the other brands, as long as you rebrand them.
Yes.
With like that fun you felt long ago.
Yes.
Sin Cara was fun.
But
at one point in his life.
When he did his trampoline rundown, and they would dim the lights and
the yellow lights,
make the room yellow and blue and stuff, and yeah, that was outstanding. And then
when he fought himself, remember that?
That too, yeah. Sin Cara versus Sin Cara Negro.
Don't say that word.
Negro.
There you go.
Okay, we edit that out.
No, not gonna happen.
Sin Cara versus Sin Cara Negro.
Hey.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they would not have all the guys, because now Sin Cara's fodder for Rusev.
He's fucked.
Yeah, I'd like to see him wrestle Nakamura and get destroyed in 3 minutes,
which is fine. I'll say quickly that Ziggler being the first opponent for Nakamura is perfect.
Sure, yeah, I agree.
He's going to lose, and that's fine.
Yeah.
He's going to lose very well.
Also, it wasn't like... Here's one of those things that I didn't even realize for some reason until it was actually spelled out in front of me when I saw it on Reddit. But AJ Styles and Nakamura are on the same brand now.
Yeah!
So we are very close to this, to a Styles and Nakamura match, which, by the way, headlined, I think, Wrestle Kingdom...
Didn't headline
9. It didn't headline. No,
it
was
one of the
They usually have like two. They usually have like somewhere in between 2 to 4 main events.
It wasn't the last match. It was a WrestleMania style main event.
That's right. Where they're all main events.
So as far as the Superstar Shakeup went, how do you feel about it?
My personal opinion is that where I don't watch a whole shit ton of WWE, and I'm more focused on either learning my history or watching New Japan. It's okay. I can see the benefits to a lot of these changes here. You're still gonna have your main event programs on Raw that would involve Reigns and Lesnar and looks like Strowman at this point. As Strowman and Reigns battle it out while they wait for Lesnar, because I don't believe Lesnar's on Payback. Or not Payback would be SmackDown, so whatever.
No. Payback's Raw, and he's not currently on it.
And he's not currently on it, okay. Ambrose moving over to Raw is great. You've got the entire Shield on there.
Correct.
The Miz is going to be good no matter where he goes because he's a great talker.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is the Miz was better on SmackDown.
You think?
Well, just the fact of the matter is you have the whole Shield. You have Brock Lesnar. You have Finn Balor. Like, there's so much covering up how good Miz is.
Yeah, that's true. I can see him kind of getting pushed down a little bit.
But while on SmackDown, I wanted the Miz to be the world champion.
It is kind of moot to bring over Dean and Miz and have them feud immediately, like where they're both SmackDown guys coming over, where they weren't really feuding before, except for that thing where Miz exposed to the world that Dean and Renee Young were at Item.
Yeah,
who by the way got married.
Congratulations
to Dean and
Renee.
Mr. and Mrs. Ambrose Young. Bray moving over is, I feel like it's kind of an emergency move after they had that shitty match at WrestleMania. But Bray's, I'm not entirely tired of him yet. Alexa moving over I think is great. Mickey moving over I think is great to work with. I hope she gets into a program with Nia.
Mickey, no matter what, is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Paulo is whatever. Kalisto moving into 205 is good. Heath Slater and Rhino are just
former SmackDown champions moving over.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that they have that win on their.
The Raw might actually have this stronger tag.
They always have
right now,
and that was the issue. So we got New Day on SmackDown.
Yeah, New Day's moving over, but like so right now, like just on the list we have is Heath Slater, Rhino, Revival, and the Hardys. But you've still got fucking the Club,
Sheamus and
Cesaro. Like that's a good that in itself. Those 5 teams are fucking great.
And you have on SmackDown you got 3+.
Yeah,
I'll never discount Tyler Breeze and Fandango. I don't ever see them being champions.
No,
I love you both,
but probably not going to happen.
No, and I kind of don't want it to happen. I want Tyler Breeze to win Intercon eventually, and I want Fandango to continue being hilarious.
Yes,
that's what I want.
Yeah, works for me. Kurt Hawkins, blah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Drifter, blah. We kind of took, for those watching, we took notes over the last 2 weeks of people that have shown up. Angle, I'm looking forward to. Angle's probably going to be my reason to watch Raw.
Angle is the fucking man.
Angle's the fucking man.
That's not how you spell soft.
No.
That line still pops me.
That was so good. The fact that he comes out and like everyone's like, "You suck,
and
you suck," and he gets in the ring and he's like, "Thank you,
I do suck."
Yeah. Finn's back, Emma, whatever.
Emma's great.
Oh, we didn't talk about the biggest trade, and that was David Otunga, Byron Saxton.
I will say that no matter how much I hate David Otunga, the loss of Mauro Ranallo is fucking deep.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Where he's signed a contract, and
I don't see him doing weekly, but it'd be amazing if he could replace Mauro. Love you, Mauro.
I love you too, Mauro.
Like, if this wasn't the best place for you to be, then I'm happy you're not there anymore.
Yeah. I would rather see you flourish in a space where you could flourish. And like, I know WWE's top of the league, but I thoroughly enjoyed your work with New Japan as well, and all the stuff you've done on the Fight Network over the years, and introducing me to FMW on the Fight Network and commentating, like English commentating those matches. So it was a dream of mine to see you on SmackDown, but get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
SmackDown. Kevin Owens moving over, I think is great. Charlotte Flair, I think is great. New Day, they could do some freshening up after that long run.
Yep.
Rusev and Lana, we won't see them for a few months anyway. Sami Zayn, sure, why not? Lots of spots for like him to have some great matches. With some new.
Just
new
have great
there.
matches. That's all we want. But now he has great opponents. We got Owens, we got Nakamura, we got AJ.
That's right.
Like,
Sami Zayn already had a blowout with Nakamura at a takeover 2 years ago or whatever it was. Yeah.
But those four are just like, that is gold right there.
Sure. Sin Cara, I don't understand. Jinder Mahal, I want him off my television. Tamina, welcome back.
Yep.
I think that's it.
That's it.
All right. We didn't mention Eric Rowan, but I haven't really been following that much, so I don't know if he's gone with Wyatt.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It was nice to. He was such a a low note.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
he's been injured for so long that he's
Yeah.
kind of persona non grata. But like,
we're happy you're there.
Yeah.
And we'll see if you go with Wyatt. If you don't, then good luck.
Godspeed. Good luck, Eric Rowan.
And that's us, the B+ players, talking about the Superstar Shakeup.
Hashtag Superstar Shakeup. Hashtag B+ players. Hashtag DDP music video. Hashtag new record. Hashtag stay tuned.
What he said.
Thanks for tuning in.
Go download our album or whatever you want to do. Have yourself a good day.
bplusplayers.bandcamp.com. I think.
Probably.
Bandcamp.com/B+.
It's going to read it right here anyway, so it's like...
Yeah, we'll put it up.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Just need a high tech.